Kehinde Wiley, Where We Are in Place and Time. If you are in 4th grade, you are about to begin the transdisciplinary theme, Where We Are in Place and Time. You're about to learn how motivation drives movement in search of improvement. 5th grade, you are wrapping up the transdisciplinary theme, Where We Are in Place and Time. Your central idea is exploration creates awareness and understanding. Take a moment to look at these two images here. What is similar? What is different? The image on the left was painted almost 200 years ago. It is a painting of a very famous French man named Napoleon. He was a very important person to the French military and he conquered a lot of land. The picture on the right is a painting made by Kehinde Wiley. Kehinde Wiley is an African-American artist who grew up in LA but traveled around the world to study historical artworks. He studied historical artworks in Russia, New Mexico, at Yale University, and eventually landed as a working artist in New York. While he was living in New York, he was reflecting on his time studying historical art. And he found that most of the historical art he saw had powerful white men. And he realized that he almost never got to see art pieces with people that looked like him. So he started to find some of his favorite historical paintings. And he would find other African Americans in the streets of New York and ask them to pose for his paintings in his studio. He would then repaint these historical paintings, but replace the people with people he would meet on the street and these gorgeous, intricate backgrounds. He became so famous for his work that former President Barack Obama asked him to paint his presidential portrait. Every single president gets to pick an artist to paint one portrait of them to go into a special museum in Washington, D.C. Here is a video to watch all about Kehinde Wiley and the presidential portrait that he made. Kehinde Wiley was inspired by artworks for the past and changed them to look more modern. You are going to make your own artwork inspired by historical art today. Use the art history time machine made by the Met Museum of Art to find a historical artwork to inspire your masterpiece. Go to the time machine by clicking this link here. Once you find an incredible historic artwork, draw a new version of it, but modernized. Here is how to navigate the time machine. Once you get to the website, you will have some things to choose. You can choose where you want to find the artwork. You can choose what years you want the artwork to be from. And you can choose what the artworks will be about. And then push this big red button and it will bring up a few artworks for you to choose from. Once you find an artwork, think about how you could replace different things in the artwork with something more modern. Like maybe instead of horses, I could put these characters on motorcycles. Maybe instead of jousters and knights, I could replace them with football players from the Green Bay Packers. Think about how you're going to make your drawing look different than these historical artworks. If you have a question about the lesson today, you may email me at any time at miranda.smith@pisd.edu. Or you may call me at my work phone during school hours at 469-752-1954. However, now that we are back to face-to-face learning, there is a chance I'll be teaching a class when you call. If that is the case, I will answer the phone to take down your name and number and schedule a time for me to call you back to help you with your question.